All right, we are doing our week 3 goals and experiences over AMA and just digestion in general because that digestion fire is important. So we are asked first, what are some considerations when advising a client about removing AMA? So you want to be general about it because most people are in a sensitive state anyway if they're coming to somebody for help because they've probably exhausted stuff or they just don't know what to do in general. So, just the simplest things that you could do to help them eliminate or figure out how to eliminate that AMA is suggest warm water. Um, Depending on their dosha type, it's not going to want to be too warm. And then whatever additives you put in it are going to depend upon the dosha also. Like you can use lemon or ginger with kapha or vata. With pitta, you want to use something cooling like lime, and just make sure the water's a little warmer than room temperature, but not too hot because we don't want to aggravate pitta anymore because it's already their agni is already kindled. So, um, so what we want to do is introduce, see if they'll introduce certain spices that'll cause that kindling of the digestive fire. So something like ginger, black pepper, cumin, and like I said, you're going to look and see what each of these do because depending on if they're pitta dominant, you don't want to heat that too much or have something that comes on the back end that provides that cooling to them. We did say also hot water, lemon. Ghee is also another one. Ghee, you do have to be careful with kapha and not have too much ghee because it has that unctuousness, and usually kapha has to do that balancing with the unctuousness. Herbal preparations like the CCF tea, or just certain blends of spices together that you would put in your certain meals that would help kindle that digestive fire and eliminate AMA. Um, and when you're doing that, trying to kindle that fire, you're not going to want to eat heavy. You're going to eat light meals, have a purification process going on. So that way the agni is able to be eliminated out of the body, and then you can slowly introduce things to the body to see what the body's liking, not produce any more AMA, making sure that they're freshly cooked, warm foods, and with any client, you're going to have to go slow and do like little bitty baby steps at a time. They might want to just say, I'll do the warm water, but give me a pill. And that might be what you have to do. So you could give them a herb that'll help get that agni going. And depending on what their dosha is, you'll have to pick one. And then suggest triphala to make sure the AMA is eliminated from the body. So, describe your current understanding of AMA. So AMA is produced only when you've disrupted agni by eating processed unpure foods, or just not sitting and eating in a quiet, calm environment, or just the experience in general is awful, or your routine's off. So AMA can come in those different ways, and AMA is not eating wholesome, pure foods. It is caused by undigested foods that are not broken up into that finer substance that ahara ras, because it's a ras when it goes in, and ahara ras is the finer substance that gets broken down, and then kapha starts distributing to each tissue. So if that cannot happen, and that indigested food is just sitting there and it just like can't move out, then you have AMA. It can't move to the different tissues. So then you have to do that process of purification to get the AMA out. and kindle the digestive fire again, because the alma is kind of just like bleh, making you feel sluggish and nasty. So the next question is 1 to 3 main points supporting the examples or illustrations and provide rational thinking about removing alma. So we've already said that we need to kindle digestive fire, that agni. So having those spices incorporated slowly just to see what the body's going to tolerate, depending on the dosha type. So the ginger, black pepper, cumin. You have doing the hot water to just kind of get that going. You can do the stewed apples also. It's just something simple to help get that agni going, help get so that digestive fire can happen. Introduce herbal preparations. Trifle is one of them that helps eliminate ama after you can get that agni going again. You have the panchakarma. That is like the last step after you've gotten the warm water, the herbs that help kindle the agni, doing a light diet to help cleanse the body, do the purification, and then that panchakarma is that last pure step. But it's going to depend on the individual if they want to go that far, or if they just want to kind of just keep it rolling slow to remove that ama, or just get that magic pill. So as far as what my pulse is revealing, my ama it can go from moderate to low. Most times it stays low depending on what I'm experiencing, how I'm eating, because of the experiences going on. But I most definitely, I might have been close to the niyarama, which is the absence of ama. I've been close, but life has its little teeter-totter that likes to say, what you doing now? What can I throw in there? And that's fine, because it's all a process, and if the journey didn't have a little bit of kinks in it, then we wouldn't want to keep working hard and making new discoveries. So that is my insight to ama this week, and digestion and undigested food. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.